you're looking for the best, cheapest and quickest delivery Forza Horizon 4 pre-made modded accounts, personal account mods or credit packs that work on online in both PC and Xbox and also have a very unlikely chance of being banned, head over to MitchCactus.com guys, as we also additionally now provide ban warranty across all mod packs. What is going on guys, MitchCactus here, coming back with another Forza Horizon 4 video, and today's video will be talking about the top 10 best JDM cars in Forza Horizon 4 as of 2021, or at least halfway through 2021. And of course, a lot of these cars are based off my opinion and not completely objective. However, I'm sure a lot of you will agree with at least a few of the cars that I'll discuss throughout the course of this video. JDM cars in Forza Horizon 4 are pretty popular, a lot of the community love them, and in fact with Forza Horizon 5 potentially approaching in the near future, a lot of us are keen to see a bunch of new JDM cars, or more so new customization features that we can apply to these currently existing JDM cars to make them more representative of what they're famous for. So guys, before I get started on this video, be sure to go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe with notifications on. Most of the people watching this video right now will not have already done so. It only takes a few seconds and helps me out a bunch, so I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys could go ahead and do so. And if I miss one of the JDM cars you guys like, or even a few, feel free to comment them down below guys. And for more information about the modded accounts and etc, there'll be a link at the top of the description below. And just letting you guys know that Culture 3 album by the Migos has dropped today, or at least yesterday. And it's actually definitely the greatest album of the century. I was there for a little bit in the studio while Offset, Takeoff and Quavo were cooking it up with DJ Khaled. Definitely recommend you guys give that a listen. With all that out of the way, I'm getting started with the first car, guys. And that car will be the Toyota Traino. Definitely didn't pronounce that right, guys, but you guys know the deal. The Toyota Traino is a pretty cool car. Of course, it's available in these modded accounts. I've actually made a video on how you guys can unlock this car even today, as it's been quite a highly desirable car considering its significant and major rarity. Now, of course, in itself, it's a pretty cool car. It's definitely one of the best drifting cars, and not to mention its ability to be able to go around a strip, or at least a drag strip, sorry, and it's pretty damn cool, guys. So that's pretty much one of the main ones that's fairly iconic, hence why a lot of people are trying to unlock them even this far into the game, and even after months of its release. But definitely a pretty cool car, and I definitely do agree that it would be on the top 10. The next, of course, being the Silvia K's 1994 Nissan. Now, a lot of these Nissans you can easily get on the auto show. Some of them are slightly rarer, but with all of that out of the way, guys, a lot of them are pretty cool cars. A lot of them give us some memories as to what they're renowned for initially. And in fact, a lot of them are pretty cool, and not even that just easy to get in the game. And that's one thing that I do like about a lot of them. It'd be annoying if Forza were to add the best JDM cars and make them almost extremely difficult to get. Like cars with the Toyota Traino, of course, until it was able to be unlocked through my video. But a lot of these cars are pretty rare, and I do think there's a little bit of a downside to them because it makes it pretty hard for you guys to be able to get your hands on them. But despite that, guys, they're pretty cool. Here it actually is, the Silvia K's 1994. There's a lot of upgrading you can do with these cars, like many of the JDM cars, of course. And this one is just one of many that I like to go in and drive occasionally, upgrade, definitely put a cool tune and design on. And just one scroll below, guys, brings me to the next car, the Skyline GTR V-Spec 1993 Nissan. Again, and a very easy car to unlock, simply just through the auto show for a pretty small amount of credits. That's another thing that I do like about these cars and certain aspects of them. And even if I were to shift it to another type, guys, that's one of many, like I said. That one's pretty cool. It's got some nice upgrading options, and you can pretty much get that to hit 400 kilometers an hour quite comfortably. So when it comes to that, guys, that's definitely one of the best ones. And another one that I do like quite a lot is the RX-7 Spirit R Type A, the 2002. You can go for the RX-7 1997, however, this one is slightly newer. Definitely has a few extra customization options and looks a little bit more menacing when it's upgraded. However, it is personal preference, of course, guys. You can do quite a lot with these cars. They've got a lot of them with wide body kits, a lot of them have custom fronts, custom rears, custom bumpers, custom spoilers, etc. And if you put a cool pair of tires on them, make them pretty big, they'll look even better and will complement that look overall more. And another car that was one of the most highly anticipated cars in the entirety of Forza that was released last year, as a lot of you guys would know, is a Toyota Supra RZ. In other words, the Mark IV Toyota Supra. And this one was pretty cool. Like I said, extremely easy to get through the auto show. 250,000 credits is a fairly steep price tag, but the amount of customization that you guys can do to this car is pretty insane. People have been asking for the new 2021/2020 Mark V Supra car to come in the game for a long time. It is currently unknown as to whether or when it will. At some stage when this car did come out in December, quite a while ago, a lot of people were thinking that the Toyota new Supra would come out shortly after, but it didn't end up coming out. We didn't really see any news about it. I've been making videos going over what information we do have about it ever since, but at this stage it's unlikely as to if it will come in the game. or whether it will simply be saved for something like Forza Horizon 5, considering the hype it would bring to a game. So who really knows at this point, guys? Hopefully we can see that in Forza Horizon 4 nearly. It would definitely add to the spectrum of Toyota supercars we already have in the game and would be a pretty cool addition. The next car I'll be talking about, guys, is the Toyota GT86, an extremely rare car that a lot of people have not even had the chance to be able to get, quite unfortunately of course, but despite that, it definitely would be one of the highest ranking JDM cars in the game as of right now. Even with ones like the Supra, it definitely is still top, guys. And it doesn't really matter how you look at it, this is definitely one of the rarest and coolest cars. It's slightly newer of course, but when it comes to the upgrade possibilities and what you can do to those kind of cars, it definitely does supersede a lot of the ones we've seen in the game so far. As you guys can see, the current upgrades that I'm doing to this Supra, just randomly putting them together, nothing too specific, are just a slight indication of what you guys can do to these JDM cars, and that's only the start, hopefully, with new prospects of Forza Horizon 5 increasing a bunch of new customization features along these cars. But guess you'll have to wait and see for that game to come out, guys. But for right now, another car that I will want to talk about is of course the Toyota Supra Mark II, the older version, or the Mark III, sorry. It's the older version of this car, however, it is still pretty cool. So there's a lot of history and is pretty renowned within the JDM car community. Although I don't think it's anywhere near as cool as this Supra, the RZ, or the Mark IV, I still think it is quite a cool car. It's important that it's in the game like this, considering how many people are appreciative towards the car. And again, it's quite a rare car, despite the fact that a lot of people are looking to get it. I'd say the best way to get a lot of these cars, which are fairly rare, is to simply try to snipe them through the auction house. It'll give you the biggest chance of being able to get one, as a lot of these ones, like for example the GT86, most people will never be able to get their hands on, unfortunately, guys. But despite that, a lot of them can be upgraded, can be tuned to insanely quick levels of speed, such as the current Supra. I haven't even got a proper twin turbo on it. It'll easily be able to surpass 400 kilometers an hour, which is pretty crazy, or around 240 miles per hour. The next car I'll be talking about, guys, is another Nissan, the 350Z. Quite an iconic car. Doesn't have that much upgrade ability as a lot of you guys were expecting when Forza Horizon 4 came out. Quite a critical element of the game. However, it's still a cool car, still iconic, still has a lot of history with the JDM community, and is definitely not one to be missed. Now, there is a 370Z too. There's the fair ladies here. There's quite a lot of these kind of Nissans, and all of them are fairly similar in that aspect. However, the point of the matter is, guys, definitely would be a top ranking car in my opinion. You can pretty much get this car to be a top tier drifting car if you make some slight adjustments to it. It's pretty simple and straightforward as to how you guys can go ahead and do so, with the community having formulated a lot of good tunes, a lot of that kind of stuff, making it pretty straightforward for you guys if you're looking to go that aspect, whether it's drifting them around or trying to get them as a drag car. You can pretty much have a lot of freedom in that aspect in Forza Horizon 4. The next car I'll be talking about, guys, another Nissan, the Nissan Silvia. Now, there are quite a lot of variations in the Nissan Silvia. It's a pretty cool car. It's definitely one of the top ones in my opinion when it comes to it. It's kind of interchangeable in my opinion as to which ones you can appreciate. A lot of them are pretty cool, have similar purposes, and only a slight differentiations to the models. But despite that, guys, this Silvia spec car, the Silvia Ks, like I said, they're all fairly similar in that regard, and the customization that is offered in Forza Horizon 4, but definitely one of the top ones would be the Silvia spec R, and of course the Ks era, and the previously covered one I did in this video, the Silvia Ks 1994. And then of course, in my opinion, guys, the best JDM car in Forza Horizon 4 without a doubt is a Nissan GT-R V-Spec, or in other words, the Nissan R34 Skyline. These are some of the best cars in the game, undoubtedly top pretty much any other JDM car. I do think one that would be debatable in this aspect would of course be the Supra. However, considering these have been there from the start and have been available, I'd say they're pretty much unmatched with any other car in the game in terms of that JDM community and that JDM cycle. Let me know if you guys would disagree. I'm sure a lot of you guys will, but even the GTR spec VI2 is definitely one that's pretty cool. The spec 2 or the Mark II, and all of them are pretty upgradable, which is one thing I do like. This one not so much, but you can make this very, very quick. Wait till I chuck on that twin turbo, further accentuate its ability to be able to go pretty damn quick around a track. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up, guys. So this is 10 of the best JDM cars in my opinion. Like I said, comment if you disagree, comment if you do agree with this list, or what are the ones you think you might want to add or change, or pretty much any sort of cars in that aspect. And of course, what cars you want to see in Forza Horizon 5, specifically in this JDM region. Hope you guys did all enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe with notifications on. And thank you guys so much for watching.